Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are. Just gonna do some testing with this. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I think that everything is sounding good. So that is great. And we're gonna get started with this episode. Bringing in the Divine Mother. This episode's all about the mom, the mother. I'm really excited. All right. Hello and welcome back for another episode of the Free to Be podcast. I'm super excited that you're here for this week's episode as we are diving into everything the mother, into everything that has to do with the mother, the divine cosmic mother, our earth mother, Pachamama, to our relationship with our own mothers, the ones that birthed us through and with the womb, our relationship to ourselves as our own mother, our relationship to the world as the mother, to our family, to our friends, to our brothers, to our sisters, to the relationship with children, whether you have your own children and you are a mother, or your relationship embodying the mother for any child you see ever. We all have the mother archetype within us, and we all have a special, unique, divine relationship with the mother overall. So we're diving into that this week. Yes. Okay. So this first came up and came about when I was taking my daughter, who is 4 now. I was taking my daughter Luciana to school this morning. And as I was walking in, I brought her in late. Usually when I'm with her, she goes to school late because I allow her and myself to sleep in. I don't set an alarm. I'm like, yep, we're gonna wake up when it's time for us to wake up. And if we make it on time, fantastic. And if we're late, that's okay too. And I don't make it wrong. And I'm gonna touch on this a lot more. So thanks for being here with me. I was bringing her into school, and the parents are invited to bring the children to their classroom and drop them off and say goodbye and all of that. And so I go inside, they're all outside. Lucy's like, yeah, I'm the last one. Like, she kind of thinks it's special. It's cute. And so then I bring her outside, give her a big hug, and wish her the happiest day. And I say goodbye. And as I'm walking out and I'm going back through the classroom, and I'm just like looking at all of these children's activities and how the classroom is set up and decorated, and I'm like in that energy of like, wow, I am a mom and I'm fucking out here and I'm doing it, and I just dropped my baby off at school. Wow. How beautiful. I'm so proud of myself. I love myself. Like, I am really fucking out here being a mom. I'm being a mom to Lucy. I'm being a mom to myself. I'm being a mom to my business. I'm being a mom to my own growth and evolution. I'm being a mom to my relationships. Like, I'm being a mom in every area and aspect of life. Naturally, we embody all of the archetypes because we are all of it. within all of our relationships and everything that we do. And I was just taking a moment to really recognize and feel that in my body and be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself and I'm really happy to be here. And I was able to give myself grace and love and compassion. And I was reflecting on this because a month or two ago, I would be beating myself up for continuously being late or for not doing enough or telling myself that I'm doing this wrong or that wrong or not showing up how a mother is supposed to. And when it came to the whole being late at school thing, when I was finally able to drop that nobody fucking cares because they don't, I was able to like just like relax and surrender and like take my power back and be like, yeah, I am on my own time, my own schedule. I trust myself, my decisions, my choices. And me being authentically fully me is such a gift to this world. Just like you being fully authentically you is such a gift to this world. And so when I was thinking to myself, like, wow, I love myself here. I love that I can come in and I can see the teachers and I can say hi and I can hear them like compliment Lucy's cute little necklace. And Lucy's like, oh, thanks, it's my mom's. And I'm just like right there to witness it all and love it, even though we're clearly a half an hour late. Nobody fucking cares. It's no big deal. It's beautiful. And I was recognizing that me allowing myself to fully be myself and have grace and compassion and actual joy and excitement around that fact that I was just flowing in my flow, I was able to see how I am a gift to the school, like to everybody that I meet and encounter by being myself, because I'm a permission slip to myself to authentically flow how I feel moved to flow. It's a permission slip for everybody who interacts with me or sees me to do the same. So I used to have shame, like, oh, the school's gonna like think that I'm a terrible mom or not like it or think that I'm annoying. Whereas now I'm like, I am a fucking permission slip. Like, what a gift that it is that they can come and see me being a mom the way that I'm being a mom, or just being me the way that I'm being me, and having total faith and confidence in the fact that that is beautiful. And what a gift it is that we can see each other and be inspired by one another and allow one another to be as we are. And maybe it looks different from you, maybe it doesn't, but allowing that all to just be. And that just brought me right back to free to be and the nature of what it is itself. And so I was just so grateful for that spark and reminder this morning. Especially because like when I was touching on in the past, when I have gone through so much guilt and shame around being a mom. And when I was feeling like I wasn't doing enough, and then I was relating not just to myself, but I was like, holy fuck, how many moms out here, how many people out here are constantly bringing themselves down and just like shaming themselves for not doing enough or for being late or for not being perfect, which perfectionism is such an illusion. It steals away your joy and takes you away from the beautiful present moment. And I'm like, how many of us are our own worst critics and bullies? Like, we know this, but are we really paying attention? And are we really noticing how that's affecting us? Because when I'm in that bully energy, and when I'm in this energy of I'm not doing enough, I'm a terrible mom, then I'm literally like, I'm not only bringing myself down and my energy levels down, but I'm bringing everybody around me down as well, because they can feel that consciously or not. We think that we're really good at hiding and we can wear really beautiful, strong masks, but it's inauthentic and it's not, it's first of all, it's not flying anymore because we can feel it. We're in tune, we're tapped in, and also you're only hurting yourself and thus everybody else because we're all connected. And so when you are able to shift your focus, shift your perspective, which is a miracle in itself, because that opens doors and gateways within the mind and within your entire experience and reality. When you can pause, take your power back, and notice and be aware, when you have that self-awareness of what it is that you're doing, you're like, oh, I'm kind of self-sabotaging here, or I'm just kind of going down this rabbit hole and I'm making myself feel worse and worse. When I can spot that and I can be present and I can invite in peace, love, and compassion for myself, that is grace. And the more that you practice that, the more you're not only gracing yourself, but you're gracing the entire world. And it becomes second nature. Like I'm in this like embodiment feeling of this. It's what I've been working on for the past few years, and will continue to forever, because it's an evolution. It's a continuous journey that doesn't end, and it gets to be beautiful, and it gets to be fluid, and it gets to shift and change, and you'll meet yourself in places that you've been before that you thought you've overcome, and it's just going to be another layer, and it gets to be beautiful, and it gets to be easier and easier. And even when it doesn't feel easier, like you'll be strong enough because you've been there before. There's something for you here. And so now that my focus has been shifted to look for the good. I've trained my mind to look for the good. For the past 3 years, I've trained my mind to look for the good, to look for the positive. It finds it. And it's a continuous practice, like I was saying, but I find it every time. And so I get to receive it. I get to feel it, and I get to be it, and I get to embody it. And that means, as I gift that to myself, I gift that to my daughter, I gift it to Lucy, I gift it to my friends, I gift it to my family, I gift it to my audience, I gift it to the entire world, just through being me. And that is the magic here. That is free to be. I'm inviting you to fully and authentically be yourself, and know that that is beautiful, whole, worthy, and enough. Our being is the gift. So I literally start to feel better. Like I'm just naturally, like I walk these halls and I'm thinking to myself, like, yes, I'm such a good mom. I love myself. And that's when the message came in, when I was like, how many people are shaming themselves all the time? Like, oh, my heart hurts. Like that makes me feel sad. And it's like, no, like I want to share. I want to tell you all how beautiful you are, how hardworking you are, how seen you are, how beautifully, incredibly powerful you are, that you're out here doing it. You're trying to do it all. And we can just like kind of let go of the doing it and come back to being for a moment. Can we just pause and receive ourselves and have love and compassion for ourselves? Because wow, we're incredible. You are incredible. I really believe that we're like constantly doing our best in every now moment. Like you only know what you know. And when you don't know something, you can't like be expected to do it. And we only realize things through living them and experiencing them. Like we can try to study and learn as much as we can, and that's beautiful, but it's through our lived experiences that things really become anchored and solidified. And so through living and seeing what life is like when I shame myself and I feel guilty, it doesn't feel good to the system, and it doesn't feel good to the people around me. And noticing how life is different and how it flows when I consciously choose to see the good and to give myself the gift of compassion and love and come back to the nature of who I am, which I believe is love. Wow, that changes my entire reality. That feels good, and people feel it. So it's not selfish to affirm yourself, to love yourself, to like yourself, like to celebrate yourself. That is like selfless. It's such a beautiful gift because you're inviting others to do the same. And through your feeling good, that ripples out into the collective. And so when I allow myself to celebrate myself and tell myself that I'm doing a good job, even if I don't fully feel it or believe it. And I come in and I have more compassion and grace that I can start to, that's like, it's a practice. And I get to start feeling that more. And it's just like, they say you can only love somebody else as much as you love yourself. That's why you're practicing this. It's like with anything, it's like you can only be as compassionate with another as compassionate as you are with yourself. Can I have compassion for myself here and grace here? And can I actually turn this into joy and excitement and celebration? That feels so good. And I want every person out there to know how freaking amazing they are and how powerful they are and how much I love them. And you're already doing an incredible job. Like, please stop shaming yourself and judging yourself and critiquing yourself. Let it fucking go. You don't need to hold on to that. Let it go. Let it go and experience the grace of your own love and the love that the universe, God, life has for you, that the mother has for you, the cosmic mother, the earth mother. And so I want to shift because after that was happening, so like I was this morning on my way to school to bring Luciana to school, we FaceTimed my mother because it's her birthday today. So shout out to my beautiful mother, my beautiful mom, Mishmel, Michelle. I love you. We love you so much. Happy birthday. Luciana was so excited to FaceTime her, and my mom was like so happy to receive that. It was such a gift. And I didn't really get an opportunity to fully wish her myself a happy birthday. So I drop off Lucy. I'm having all these thoughts on my way out, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna text my mom. I'm gonna let her know that I'm gonna call her because I know she's gonna appreciate that. And um our relationship has not always been rainbows and butterflies, that's for sure, especially the past couple of years. I have definitely shifted and changed a lot. And I'm 25. I'm out here, doing my own thing, trying to figure out what it's like for me to be a mom, starting my own business, to date who it is that I want to date, to learn what it is that I want to learn, to explore what I want to explore, all of the things, right? Like we want freedom. We want exploration, we want evolution, we want expansion, and that's all beautiful. But through the shifts and changes, the people like who are closest to you sometimes can feel resistance to that because they can feel like they're losing you or like you no longer need them. And we want to feel needed, we want to feel important, right? And also like there's an adjustment period around like learning and relearning this new version of you, while simultaneously knowing and being able to see like, oh, it's still you, it's always been you. So that's just like a real quick touch on that. I don't want to dive too further into that, but the love that I know that my mom has for me is eternal. Even when I don't always see it or feel it, and I know that my love that I have for my mom is eternal, even when I don't always express it or give that to her. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm being a really maybe bad daughter. That's when the shame can come in again. It's like, I haven't been showing up for my family. I haven't been showing up for my mom. I really haven't like gone out of my way to let her know that I love her. And that's okay. It's like you can trust your process and your evolution. And it's not to take advantage of the people closest to us, but it's to honor your process and your journey. And today I was reminded of how everything is a choice. So even that shifting from shaming myself to being late to celebrating myself for being late, like that's a choice to choose love over fear. So today I like text my mom, I'm gonna call you. And then I'm like tuning in, I'm like, I haven't talked to my mom in a while. And I feel like, we're fine. There's nothing necessarily wrong, so to say, with our relationship, but I know it's not as close as I'd like it to be. I know that I'm not in tune with her as I have been before in the past. She's not super up to date with me in my life, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I noticed there's a desire in my heart to feel closer with my mom because I want her to feel my love because I don't know if she really believes it. Like maybe her human like doesn't fully believe it. I know her soul, her spirit knows, but like I want her human to feel it just like I want to feel it. And so I text her and I was about to call her on the drive home and then I was like, no, like I want to be fully present for this phone call. I'll let her know that I'm going to call her afterwards. And then I get home and I'm like, I'm starving. I can't be fully present and try to talk to my mom while I'm hungry. I'm going to be thinking about food. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let her know. Again, I'm going to eat first. And then I talk to her and I call her and it's beautiful. And further down the line in the conversation, I share with her like why I held off the phone call. Not like I had to, but it's because I wanted to let her in because I knew that I was desiring intimacy and deeper connection with her. And so that was a choice to open and invite that in. I wanted to let you know, mom, like I really valued this phone call and conversation. That's why I held it off because I wanted to be fully present with you. And I feel like we have been able to do that and accomplish that. And I'm so grateful. Simple, beautiful. She received it. Fantastic. Um, and even like before the phone call, I prayed for it. I paused. I brought breath to the moment and I created an intention for the phone call. And I didn't premeditate on what it is I was gonna say or what we were gonna talk about. No, because I've done that before. It's like, no, we're letting that go. I'm just gonna have an intention, and my intention here is to love, and it is to connect, and it is for her to feel my love, especially on her birthday. And it's to just be present and here for this relationship, to give and receive love, to be reminded of our love. So that took a conscious choice to pause, to embody and be present with myself, and to pray or to set an intention out loud. And then step back and let the universe lead and just trust that I'm going to say exactly what I meant to say. I'm going to trust my intuition. I'm going to trust my impulses. I'm going to trust my flow. There's some things here that I'm afraid to say or mention. I don't know if it's time to or not. Like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And it's like, no, let's not even like focus on that. Let's just be present, set the intention, let the rest go, and be in the phone call. So we're in the phone call and it's beautiful. I wish her happy birthday. We're talking. And then I opened up with her and I shared with her how yesterday I was with this group of women and the leader, beautiful Zahara, she does the Liberation Dojo. She's absolutely incredible. She guided us through a embodiment practice or meditation that had to do with embodying what it was like to be in our bodies at the age that we are now, all the way down, like, okay, 25, 20, 18, 10, 4, 3, like, what does it actually feel like to be a 1-year-old in this body, a 6-month-old in this body, a 1-month-old, and then brought us all the way back into the womb. I felt laying on the ground in the fetal position, imagining being in my mother's womb and how beautiful and powerful that is. And I began to cry. And then we came back out of it all the way back to the age that we are now, rewriting things that our younger selves needed to hear, like love notes to ourselves, writing it into our beings. Powerful exercise, powerful practice. So I share this with my mom and I tell her and we have this conversation about how like I was in Granny's womb and like she was in her mother's womb and you were in that like mother's room and blah 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 like and Lucy was in your womb and she was in my womb and like all these things, like how powerfully connected we are, how much love is there. how eternally connected we are, how powerful that is, how special that is, and how like we can feel that, like our grandmother's trauma, her highs and lows, our mother's highs and lows. And then also I asked her because I was curious, like, what was it like for you while you were pregnant with me? And it was beautiful. And like I shared a little bit, like I remember being pregnant with Lucy, and I used to shame myself for not feeling good because later I learned that the baby can feel that, but I haven't made it wrong or bad. And I was telling her how I've been learning like no one emotion is better than another. And I'm not going to put shame on shame or more judgment on judgment. And this is the beauty and gift of grace, self-awareness, compassion. So I'm trying to like, wrap up that conversation and share with you some of the golden nuggets within it without like going way too long and losing you. But I wanted to share this beautiful experience that I had with my mother because it was special to me. It's it shows how beautiful and powerful your intentions are. And it's my mom's birthday. I want to love her and give her a shout out. Like, thank you, mom. You gave me life. And so she was so appreciative. And she was saying how it was such a gift for her to hear from me. And she really enjoyed the conversation and our time together. And that it was such a gift to her that she was going to take with her throughout the day. And again, at the end of the conversation, I chose to open up my heart and be vulnerable and express some of my desires with her. And again, I was noticing how that is a choice. It's constantly a choice for us to choose love or to deepen intimacy or connection or relationship if we want to. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. Maybe you don't feel like you have energy or time or space for it right now, and that's fine too. We don't need to get upset with ourselves for that. But if you want intimacy, connection, relationship, that's a choice. And it's a choice to go first as well and to be vulnerable. And so I've always valued vulnerability and I've known that it's powerful, but I've really come to see it over and over again, just how tremendously beautiful and powerful vulnerability is. And when you see it, when you see the power of it, like, and it's like, it can be so shocking sometimes, but it's also such a gift and so beautiful. And it like always, it can be scary at first, but then it always brings me back to love. And it always reminds me that it's a choice to be vulnerable. And the more you see it, the more you just want to do it. Because that's what feels really real and true. At least to me. and and I really believe in the power of vulnerability, and I believe that it's our nature to be loving and to want to experience the depths of love here in this physical embodiment and form on earth. So thank you. It was beautiful again because I'm full circling around how my mom was saying that I was the gift just through being me. I didn't have to do anything. I was the gift. Just like earlier in this episode, I was talking about how like I am the gift. Like it's okay for you to admit and claim for yourself that you are a gift. You are a gift. You are a gift to this world. Your being is a gift to this world. You are a light. All of you, your light and your dark, you're messy, you're clean, you're ugly, your beauty, all of it is a gift to this world. All of it is whole and worthy and matters, and you're wholly loving and wholly lovable and divine and sovereign and fucking badass just as you are. You are a fucking gift. Thank you for being here. I love you. So I also want to say thank you to the spirit of cacao for holding me through this morning, opening my heart. Love you so much. So I also just want to again emphasize the power of prayer and intention and say thank you to prayer and intention. And there are arrows. Your voice, your presence is powerful. Don't underestimate that. So I also want to give out a shout out to all of the moms out there, all of the baby mamas. You're doing an incredible job. You're doing so good. I know it's not easy, but you're doing so good, so amazing. You're such a beautiful mama. To all of the soon to be mamas, to all the retired mamas. I mean, once a mother, always a mother, but even to those who maybe don't have a physical baby in this form, you're still a mother. Thank you for mothering your friends, mothering your siblings, mothering your neighbors, mothering strangers. To all the business mamas out there, fuck yes, thank you. I see you and what you're bringing and birthing into the world. Thank you. Thank you. You're so powerful. These creatrixes out here, like all of the mamas. We all like naturally embody this mother energy and archetype because it's not separate from us. When we come back to the one, right? We're all of it. So we all have that mother within us, whether you're male or female, no matter how you identify. And so naturally it is in you, and your relationship with the mother is up to you. It's always going to be there. She's always loving you eternally, unconditionally. But if you want to strengthen it, it's up to you. Or if you feel her call, answer it. Answer it, because she is going to strengthen you. She's going to show you things that you maybe didn't see before and help you change your life, yourself, and thus the world. Thank you to our Earth Mother. Thank you to this planet that's always providing us exactly what we need. We love you. You're so magnificent, so beautiful, so powerful. Thank you to the cosmic mother. Thank you to grandmother. Thank you to, I just sat with ayahuasca last week and I am just so infinitely grateful. Grandmother she's so sweet to me. And she teaches me, she loves me, and she's so intelligent. And I was just like, the second night of ceremony, I was just in my anger. I was so in my rage, which is not like me. And in the past, I would try to do whatever I could to get out of it because I would make it wrong. But no, I was like, this is powerful. This is worthy of being felt. Even though there was frustration and I was angry, it was beautiful. And there was a whole beautiful message and lesson within that experience. And the next day, after reflecting on it and sharing it with the group, like it was so beautiful to receive these reflections. Like, what a gift it is that you felt safe enough in your body to feel anger. That sounds like love to me. That is love. Thank you. Like being seen and met with thank you for feeling your anger and honoring yourself. Wow, that was powerful. Like I felt so like out of place because everybody's like, singing and happy, and I'm just like, fuck all of this and fuck everybody. I'm gonna be angry. And then I left and harnessed my energy and sat by the fire and really was talking with God and with the element of fire and with my higher self and with my dark divine feminine. Wasn't sure what to do with all of this energy. It felt really powerful, and I'm still unfolding it all. But I have love and compassion for it, and I'm fucking excited. And sharing with the dojo woman the other day was so powerful because this anger is here for me to practice and use. And like I was touching on earlier, no one emotion is better or worse than another. Every emotion is information. And it's energy in motion, so it wants to be felt, it wants to be moved. And this anger is a gift for me to use and to practice with. Because when you feel anger, it often can propel you to want to actually do something. But instead of like just like rushing into it, it's like, let me be with this and presence it, and like let me see or feel for the golden nuggets here. Like what is here for me? And I'm really excited because I see them, and I'm sure there's more to come, and maybe I'll share more with you all as we go. But the message really is to not shame yourself for feeling any sort of feeling, and trust that there's a higher power leading you and guiding you always. And so you can just relax and sink into and surrender what it is that is here now, while simultaneously co-creating with what is here and consciously choosing love, however that looks like to you. So I'm so grateful to actually allow myself to feel what's alive for me rather than resisting it or making it bad or wrong or trying to get into my feeling of light and love and doo doo doo. It's like, no, I'm fucking feeling this. I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm not going to project it onto anybody else or blame anybody else. Yes, triggers came up. Yes, I felt blame, but I'm more self-aware and smarter than that to be fooled by it. And I can take full responsibility and ownership. And I know that this is strengthening me and uplifting me, and I'm so grateful. And I mean, I don't feel angry right now. I feel excited. I'm like, I'm using this for me. I see it for the gift that it is. And I'm excited to practice with it with different embodiment tools and inquiry and meditation and visualization and getting what it is that I want in the world. We're all worthy of that. And it's all possible for us. So thank you, grandmother. Thank you to all of the mothers. Again, it's always through unconditional love. Life is just like one big ball of love. So whether you have eyes to see it or ears to hear it or not, like that's up to you. Again, it comes back to choice, intention, prayer, your willingness and your openness. So have those conversations with God, with life, with the universe, with yourself, with your higher self. I trust you. I trust your higher self. You're doing an incredible job. You're already out here doing it. You're listening to this. You're fucking badass. Powerful. And I love you and I see you and I thank you for being here and I thank you for being you. Okay, that is all for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending so much love, so many blessings. I hope that this message spoke to you, that you could relate to something or resonate with something. Reach out. I love to hear from you. I love your feedback. I love when you have questions and you ask me things. I also love when you can relate and you can share how it impacted you in some way, or if you learned something new, like reach out to me. I love to receive that. DM me on Instagram, free to be Annaline. Find me on there. I'm here for you. I love you. And yeah, fucking badass. All right. Have a beautiful, magical rest of your day. Much love. Bye.